Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku, back with another video. And, so today, we're going to talk about a topic that I'm actually quite surprised that a lot of people have argued this over the years, and, brought up to my attention just recently. And as looking up, then, some of the, videos that I've seen on this topic, I'm very, very surprised that there are a lot of YouTubers. There are a lot of big time YouTubers that, for Dragon Ball YouTubers, that actually have the opinion that Cell is not a Super Saiyan or cannot become a Super Saiyan. And I 100% disagree with that. And we're going to get into some things that recently came up recently that pretty much is the smoking gun to this debate, but we're also going to go with the pre-existing evidence that has been presented by a lot of these YouTubers to deem that Cell isn't a Super Saiyan, and why he factually is a Super Saiyan. So first and foremost, I mean, let's get into the obvious, okay? I want to get into the obvious aesthetics, so to speak, of Cell. So in the animation department, it's clear as day as Cell was being presented as a Super Saiyan. It's clear as day. I mean, yeah, some people can argue that, oh, it's just yellow power-up state, but why would they have him specifically power up as yellow, okay, if he wasn't a Super Saiyan? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? That makes no sense. That makes no sense because it's been consistent for every Super Saiyan to have yellow aura around them. And yes, Cell doesn't have hair, but at the same time, he's not kind of a normal Saiyan. You know, he's kind of a creation. So, of course, he's not going to have hair. But that doesn't mean he isn't a Super Saiyan. Okay, so he has the aura, obviously. So there's that. Now, some people are going on the run the argument, well, they never actually said that Cell was a Super Saiyan. Okay, but I mean, I don't think people really needed to understand that. Like, literally, this guy literally powers up the Super Saiyan with the yellow aura, which every other Saiyan powers up the yellow aura. And before you say, oh, well, this could be anybody's aura, why would they give him yellow aura when everyone else got yellow aura when they became Super Saiyan? For normal beings, they usually get white aura if they're not a Super Saiyan. You know, we've seen that with Krillin, we've seen that with Yamcha, we've seen that with Tien. Why would it be different all of a sudden that, you know, for Cell, oh yeah, for Cell, we're going to have him have yellow, but not have him be a Super Saiyan, even though he has Saiyan cells in him that consist of Vegeta, Goku, and pretty much every other Saiyan, Gohan, whatever. We're all in his cells, basically. Okay, so why would that make sense? Okay, so that's just kind of the obvious. So one of the biggest things was here we go. Okay, so let's get into the first one here. And this was, and again, I'm just gonna use the manga stuff here because, I just with YouTube and obviously having to edit on the clips, it just is kind of easier this way. But you guys go check out the dub clips for it for Dragon Ball Z, and you'll pretty much know. Okay, so the first evidence of Cell definitively being a Super Saiyan comes into the form of Future Trunks. So Future Trunks faces off with Cell. Trunks decides to unveil this bulky type form, okay, which was a hindrance to him, and Cell pretty much exploits it and does the exact same thing. and he has the yellow aura still around him, and basically toys with future Trunks. This is the first instance of evidence to prove that Cell definitively is a Super Saiyan. Okay, now some people have argued, well, Frieza has done this, or Piccolo has done this because he has Namekian cells inside of him, which is true, but that's what makes Cell fascinating, because he has Saiyan and Namekian cells in him. But that doesn't take away what he was trying to do in the scene. It doesn't take away what he was trying to do in the scene. He wasn't doing a bulk up thing like Frieza, or he wasn't doing a bulk up thing like Piccolo, you know, turning into a giant or whatever. He was not doing that. He was specifically stating that he was basically trying to copy future Trunks and show him how stupid it was to transform into this form. He's specifically showing, he is basically making fun of future Trunks for even trying to use this transformation, and show him how stupid it was to use this transformation. And that is what he's doing. He's not trying to do what Frieza is doing. He's not trying to do what Piccolo is doing. I mean, the dialogue clearly indicates this. Whether you want to go by the original Dragon Ball Z English dub, or you want to go by what the original manga states, it does not matter, because this does not contradict anything that Piccolo, or that Cell had stated. So I don't understand why people would argue this claim, because I heard some of these arguments. And also, I just want to reiterate, don't go after these YouTubers or whatever just because they said it's wrong or whatever, because a lot of the information they stated was stuff that didn't exist yet. This is just personally for me to put out there, because I feel like no one actually has made a video to prove why Cell is a Super Saiyan. Like, that's why I'm making this video. This is not to go after, you know, some of the other Dragon Ball YouTubers that are like, you know, that have made, you know, claims in the past on why Cell is not a Super Saiyan or whatever. This is just to kind of debunk some of the things that have been said in the past that I just think are very unnecessary. So this is kind of just why I want to do it, to kind of put my 2 cents into there, because this is my favorite villain in Dragon Ball Z, and as I've said in my last video about the big announcement of the new movie, I really hope Cell does come back. He is the most popular villain in the United States. You know, us in the United States prefer Cell over most of the other villains, including Frieza. So, you know, and, you know, not gonna lie, I really want Cell to come back. Probably won't, but I really want him to come back. But that's not what this video is about, for the new movie. Okay, so next argument, which I already kind of accidentally shown you guys already, is when Cell comes back after he lost Android 18 and then tried to destroy the Earth, and then regenerated and essentially became Super Cell Perfect. In this transformation, he showed off the yellow aura, but he also showed static Ki, which implies Super Saiyan 2, just like Gohan. Which, while the manga as well as the anime don't actually say that he's a Super Saiyan, it's heavily implied, because he says he can power up like Gohan, which Gohan at that point was a Super Saiyan 2. So, yeah, he doesn't say he's a Super Saiyan, but he heavily implies it. He's basically saying that he can do exactly what Gohan is doing at the moment, which was beating the crap out of him, forced him to throw up Android 18, and of course he got the Zenkai boost that made him even stronger after being on the brink of death, and then we all know he regenerated after Gohan sacrificed his life to try and get rid of him. Which didn't work. So this allowed him to become Super Saiyan 2. So not only was he able to go back to his perfect form, he was allowed to get a Zenkai boost, which allowed him to be a Super Saiyan again. Not only a Super Saiyan, but a Super Saiyan 2. So yeah, this, to me, when people say, oh, well, he never actually says he's a Super Saiyan, okay, but he's basically telling you that he can transform like or power up like Gohan was at that moment. So obviously he's highly implying that he can become a Super Saiyan 2. So I don't actually understand why people are arguing this as like a debunk to why Cell is not a Super Saiyan, because to me he's literally telling you he can transform to what Gohan was in that moment, which Gohan was a Super Saiyan 2. Um, so again, like I said, this argument doesn't hold up. Oh, sorry about that. So, yeah, that argument doesn't hold up. Um, so what is the kind of the smoking gun though? Because these were just little tidbits from the anime and the manga, whether you watch the dub or not. Obviously, this is a Dragon Ball Z dub channel. We kind of consist more on the dub side of this, but for the original Dragon Ball Z anime dub. But what is a smoking gun that none of these YouTubers brought up ever? Well, it's something that was a recent interview by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Akira Toriyama. So Akira Toriyama, which we're gonna bring this up in a second here. This is oh crap. Yep, nope. No. Oh crap. Sorry about that guy. Alright, so now this is what Akira Toriyama stated. Actually, probably should take that down for a second. Alright, so this is what Akira Toriyama actually stated, okay, in a recent interview. So Akira Toriyama basically stated in an interview, this was about a couple years ago, revealed that Saiyans to become powerful Super Saiyans need to have enough S cells, which, by the way, Cell does because he has multiple Saiyan cells from Vegeta, Gohan, Goku. Like, he pretty much has it from everybody. So obviously he has enough cells to become a Super Saiyan. For Dragon Ball fans, when asked if he was trained enough to become a Super Saiyan, it's not like anyone can become a Super Saiyan. They have to train in anger in order to become a Super Saiyan. One must contain C cells. Toriyama explains one of these C cells amounts of anger triggered increases the C cells, causing physical change that he says is Super Saiyan. Most of these C cells come for good reason from Goku and Vegeta. Go below, and you can this is the full article right here about Q&As and stuff like that. But right here, these were some of the arguments that were being presented. But right here, C cells, and when you go to the transformation right here, Cell clearly had enough C cells because, like I said, it's kind of obvious. So when you go here, this is like the translations. Obviously Cell had enough C cells because, well, you know, obviously he had cells from Vegeta, he had cells from Goku, he had cells from Gohan. So he obviously had enough. And like I said, some of these people were like tweeting about it. But really, you know, people still trying to argue it, but I mean, it's kind of obvious. Like I said, Cell had all this energy already. You know, from all the cells, which, like we've said in the past, I don't really understand the argument to why Cell isn't a Super Saiyan because, like I said, hold on, let me get this off here. Like I said, if you just go by what Akira Toriyama stated, Cell obviously had the ability to become a Super Saiyan because he had multiple cells. He had multiple C cells. He had all the cells that you need because he literally is called Cell. Hold on. He literally had the cells, so he has the ability. And like I said, it's pretty obvious based on everything that is shown, and Akira Toriyama basically stating that, okay, yeah, C cells, you need C cells to become a Super Saiyan, which, again, he has enough of it because he literally had multiple cells put in him from the likes of Vegeta, from the likes of Goku, from the likes of Gohan, even. Like, you know, I mean, those are multiple different people that can have this. That's three different Saiyans. I mean, I think they even said he had ones from Nappa too, right? Nappa and Raditz. So to say that Cell is not, now obviously there were some people tweeting out saying, you know, Cell's not doesn't have enough C cells, but he does because he's absorbed them from multiple. Dr. Shiro specifically put a bunch of C cells in him because he again took cells from multiple Saiyans. He took them from Nappa. He took them from Raditz. He took them from Vegeta. He took them from Goku. He took them from Gohan. He took them from multiple different Saiyans. So to say that he doesn't have enough C cells to me is quite stupid because it's like, you know, obviously there were some people on Twitter trying to like get on about it, but I mean, it's quite obvious that Akira Toriyama intended him to have to be a Super Saiyan. They obviously intended him to be in a Super Saiyan, and they basically show it multiple times, and it's heavily implied. Like, I know some people are like, well, like I said, I know a lot of people say, well, you know, we don't know for sure because they don't actually say it, but I mean, it's shown multiple times. Akira Toriyama now has confirmed that you need to have enough C cells to be a Super Saiyan, which Cell clearly got enough from Dr. Shiro, whether people want to admit it or not. It's literally the smoking gun that is needed for this debate, which I don't know why the article's not coming up now. It's literally enough to show, and like I said, there's the full translations. I'll put the link in the description, but um Like, some of these people's tweets are unavailable, but it's quite obvious that Cell had enough, because, like, how can you say he doesn't have enough? Um, like I said, there are some fans. Let me put this back up. Let me put it back up for you guys so you guys see it. Now, these are some of the fan reactions to it. Here it is right here. So how do you feel about the Cell training? They talk about, Trunks, Goten's, Universe 6 Saiyans becoming Super Saiyans. There was one guy who's just an idiot and saying that Cell didn't have enough C cells. I don't know if this was a troll or if this was him being serious. The tweet's unavailable, though. But, I mean, this guy is clearly wrong if he was saying that, because obviously Cell had enough C cells because he got it from Raditz, Nappa, Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan. Like, that's 5 Saiyans. 5 Saiyans he got enough cells from. I'm assuming he's trolling because he says this. He has that emoji in there, but I don't know. And so these are some fan reactions to it, about Goten's and Kid's Trunks. But like I said, it's pretty obvious that it's really without question. I mean, the evidence pretty much supports that he's a Super Saiyan. Now, one of the biggest things that has been said over the years to why Cell isn't a Super Saiyan is mainly due to the fact that the simple answer is that, well, he can't be a Super Saiyan because the multipliers don't make sense. That's not really a good argument, because most multipliers are fan understandings as well as fan expectations. Because there isn't a confirmed power level outside of the power levels from the Nappa saga, or not Nappa, I'm sorry, Frieza saga, middle of the Frieza saga, which a lot of people have sparked through that since, which has kept the power levels consistent for the multipliers. But there's been a lot of different multipliers that people have given, but that would still not basically change the fact that Cell can't be a Super Saiyan, because Akira Toriyama has basically said that, C cells, which again, Cell has literally gotten multiple cells from 5 Saiyans at least. Okay, so to say that he doesn't have enough C cells when he literally has 5 Saiyan cells inside of him, to me, he doesn't have 1, he doesn't have 2, he doesn't have 3, he doesn't have 4, he has 5 different Saiyan cells inside of him. Okay? 5 of them. Count them, guys. To me, I think this argument is kind of put to bed. Like I said, no matter how hard you train or get angered, if you don't have enough C cells, you cannot become a Super Saiyan. So, it's right there, like I said. I'll put this article in the description. Like I said, these are some fan reactions, tweets right here. But it really doesn't matter what their opinions are, because that's just their interpretation. But this was Akira Toriyama's stance on it. Yeah. Cell has been confirmed to be Super Saiyan from Akira Toriyama himself, but really, Akira Toriyama shouldn't have had to confirm this. Because, like I said, it's kind of heavily implied. Even if you don't agree with it, it's heavily implied multiple different times that he has it and he can be a Super Saiyan. So, yeah, the anime shows it. The manga implies it. The dialogue in the anime, even in the original dub, my go-to watching for Dragon Ball Z, shows it as well too. So that's really the end of the argument. Cell is confirmed to be a Super Saiyan, but really, it shouldn't even need to have been explained. to be completely honest with you, because it was pretty obvious from the beginning. So, in closing, that is all I gotta say. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. If you're a new viewer, hit the notification bell for all the latest contents. A lot of the people that are watching my channel aren't actually subscribed, so make sure to subscribe. Discord link in the description, as well as all my other things, platforms and whatnot. You guys check out and follow and subscribe. Discord link in the description for discussions, and that's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. Comment, rate, like, all that stuff. I'm the SS Ultimate Goku. Moderate. Peace.